All right, folks, I'm going to touch base on a little something. Sorry, I had to take a little break. I had to run over to my brother's and throw a subfloor that we ripped up a while ago in a dumpster that he had delivered there. So I am back. I'm going to put it on pause for a second. And then we're going to go through how did they catch this guy so fast? How did the lab work get done so fast and all the DNA stuff get done so fast in this case? Is it possible that he set up? And also, who is he really? I'll be right back. All right, I had to take my shoes off and my jacket. It's kind of chilly out a little bit. And boy, the weather is changing. All right, let's get into this. How did they catch him folks so fast? How did they get it? Usually takes a month, maybe a month and a half, 2 months to get labs back, DNA stuff, and all kinds of stuff back from the labs and everything. How did they have him? How did they know? How did they get this, that? Well, if you ask me, he looks nothing like his father at all. For two, how do you get someone that fast? How do you connect the DNA that fast? Well, of course, they're going to lie to you, folks. Now, my opinion is his father is possibly a famous killer. Now, whose father am I talking about? Well, it's possible, and it's just a theory, but who was Ted Bundy? Ted Bundy was a rapist. He didn't always kill his people. He raped some of the women and they lived. Is it possible that he's Ted Bundy's kid? And that would explain how they had the DNA already from the Ted Bundy case. And there's rumors that Ted Bundy raped and killed. That they don't even think what he said was the truth. It was more than what he said. Is it possible all along they've been watching him and it's possible. Who is he really? He don't look like his father. A lot of people say he looks just like his father. He don't really to me at all. We'd have to look at his mother to see, if there's any connection there. But could he have been somebody's famous son that was a killer, murderer? They already had DNA on record. Now let's get back to, could he have been set up? He could have been, if it's true, or a theory that I have, and he is related to a mass murderer. These people might have been knowing who he was, who he looked like, thought he was, maybe, who knows, set him up. It's possible. Another thing I want to touch base with, Dylan is a tall person. She said that she came eye to eye with this guy. Okay? She says he was about 5'10", maybe a little taller. Well, herself is. She's supposedly taller than the other girls. So, and I do believe he was going to kill her. I don't think he's seen her. I think it was dark. Even she said the first reports that she's seen a black silhouette or whatever. And, she heard someone saying something and she cracked her door open, which thank God her door opens from the inside because she could have just cracked it a little bit and looked out to sea. But I think she locked the door. Do we really know if she's seen him or not? Is she saying that to cover her tracks that she did nothing? She might have heard everything, but she didn't call the police. She could have slept right through it. We don't know. They'll put her on the stand. They'll dissect it and go through everything. It ain't making sense, folks. No, I know this little lady was terrified, but she was up at 4 in the morning from what they're saying, and we don't know if that's true, and she was on the internet. And some people said she was on TikTok or deleting stuff, or we don't know if that's true. But you're telling me that they're saying the murders occurred at 4 or ended at 4, and even though she was in shock, you don't call the police? And we've all seen the videos that she called friends to come over and help because they couldn't get in the room. Nobody was answering the doors. But yet went back to sleep. Nobody called the police until 11 or 12 o'clock the next day. 10 something, 10:59 or 11 or 12, who knows? That's a lot of time in there. A lot of time. They're saying she's seen him leave the house. So she knew he left the house, that no one else was in there. She's hearing all these people whispering out for help or crying, and she don't call the police to say that there was somebody in the house and might have killed somebody or something. It ain't adding up. They were all killed in the bed. Now we're hearing they weren't killed in their beds, that they were scattered all amongst the house, and only 2 were in the same bed. Well, they must have been sleeping if they were in the bed. What, did he put them in the bed? Did he do the killings and then he put them in the bed? Staged it? I don't know, but you folks are way behind me. A lot of you crime channels, you ain't got open minds. Of course, that's why I got hundreds of playbacks on my videos, because they all use my content and they think they're going to get away with it. And there's power in numbers. Yeah, there is. But there's also something power in picking away at them numbers. And we're doing a pretty good job at it. So there you go. My opinion. Do I think he is related to somebody? Yes, I do. My opinion. He looks nothing like his father. And we're waiting to see what his mother looks like, because it's possible they already had DNA, and that was because they had DNA from maybe cases before, and it hit, and they knew it. They probably were watching him his whole life. Almost like the Illuminati or whatever it was. You know? Remember the Da Vinci Code with Tom Hanks at the end, where she goes amongst the church and they were like, we were waiting for you, Gabriella, or whatever it was, we're your, some sick thing where they were babying him because they were going to use him as a tool, a weapon. Maybe. It's going to be interesting how they attack this case. Will the truth ever come out? I doubt it. You'll never know the whole thing unless it comes out in court. But like I said, they're going to react to everything. We know a lot of them were found in their bed. Why? Well, because the report now says that the sheath was right next to the girl's bed, in her bed, next to her body. The other 2 girls were found in their beds. So what we got is a bunch of people out there, and what are they doing? They're corrupting the case. They're trying to corrupt the case. They don't know nothing about it. We make assumptions and theories here, but we know nothing until we see the evidence. But it's just a theory of mine that this guy's father was a famous psycho, rapist, murderer. And it don't fall far from the tree, ladies and gentlemen. And that's why this government wants me to work for them, but I ain't. I got business, movies to make, music to play, and more idiots to catch. So what do? Nah, I don't know. It's just my theory. It's my channel. Does any of this make sense? Not at all. I don't know you. You don't know me. Let's keep it that way. How's that? Mad? Sure it is. Sure it is. I was a sane person until YouTube came along. Now go whittle on that, boys. And you boys need to go back to school for profiling. You're way off. And that's what it's all about. Please unsubscribe from my channel. Most of you are trolls, madmen anyways. Idiots anyways. Unsub. Don't ever watch my videos. Me and my team are doing just fine on this case. Now it goes to court, and now we'll find out what really is going on. Who did what evidence they got, what DNA they got. Could it have been a setup? It could have been. It could have been. I don't think so, but it could have been. And we're waiting to see how many were involved. And was he banging one of the girls in the house, or did he know the girls in the house? And was it a jealous boyfriend setting him up? Was it this? Was it that? We don't know until it goes to court. But is it a coincidence he looks like a famous murderer? No, it ain't no coincidence. He's just as arrogant as his daddy. But that's why we do what we do on this channel. I hope you folks have a great day. And remember, you ain't got me. I got YouTube. And I got you, crime channels. Now you have a good day. Enjoy this day. We got storms coming. America's going to be changing. The world's going to be changing. And whether you're ready to overadapt and come to the changes, well, that's just, we'll have to see. Yet to see that. But if we don't have any questions from anybody, FBI, CIA, Homeland, Pentagon, at White House, press, I'm going to carry on with the rest of my day. That's just my opinion on this case. Do I think it's him? Well, till you show me different, it's him. DNA don't lie. Witnesses don't. Well, witnesses do lie. We don't know. This whole thing could have been a story because they felt guilty because they didn't call the police and let everyone lie there. And we don't know. I'm not bashing that young lady, but something is fishy. The front door wide open. Police even admitted that when they got there. The door was wide open. Okay. Everyone, he went in and left out the back door. Well, who opened the front door and left it there? I'll tell you, he might have went back looking for his evidence. That's possible. Or someone went in there and planted evidence. That's also possible. Is his eyebrows as bushy as everyone? All we know is he had bushy eyebrows. Bushy? Nah, not to me. I've seen a lot more people that are suspects in this case with bushy eyebrows. So, and they're innocent, and they're all innocent until proven guilty. Boy, did they create a madhouse. Boy, did social media and the news create a whirlwind, the perfect storm in a case. And that's why I said, you can't trust media. You can't trust nobody. Because even the media lies and puts out fake information. This is their baby. This is they're treating him like he's the Messiah, right? It has nothing to do with race or anything. It's just the way they're handling everything in the case. Like I said, it could have been a setup, but now you're going to have to prove me that it was a setup. And the only people that know if it was a setup or not would be the people investigating the case or the people that set them up. So I don't see any good outcome for him because he would have to know who set him up, how they got the knife, how they got all this DNA there, which if he was dating one of the girls or even knew the girls or at a party, his DNA is there. no matter what. He could have touched one of the girls at the bar and the DNA was transferred. Thousands. Thank God I ain't wrapped up into it. And that's just my theory. Now, you folks have a good day. Be safe. And keep trying. Keep working the case. You ain't going to find out if anyone was involved unless they get evidence of it or someone call in that said they know exactly what happened. You know, they're going to have other DNA that was not there, that they can't explain how it got there, for it to be someone else helping them. Whether it be someone sitting in the car waiting for them to come back and they drive off, or someone actually in the house helping them. You know, we'll see. We'll see. It is shocking that no one called the police till the next day. Half the day was gone. And that's changed so many times. We heard it wasn't till noon. We heard it was 11 o'clock when they got a call. Then we hear it was 10 something or almost 10 o'clock in the morning. Murders occur at 4. You got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 5 hours at 9 in the morning. Almost 8 hours go by. No one calls nothing. But yet there's videos out there saying that they called people to come over to help them try and get into the rooms because nobody was answering their doors. The whole thing was foobar from the beginning. Now, you folks have a great night. I might be back later on tonight. You know what? I might take a break from the idiotism and madness on YouTube for a while. It ain't worth it. I'm thinking about going radio silent. I don't know. But you folks have a great day. Be safe. Love one another. Oh man, at least I got out today. It was chilly, but I got to move around. That's good. Got something done. I threw that whole subfloor into the dumpster. So got something done. And you folks have a good night. Be safe. Love everybody. And don't believe everything you hear on YouTube. And you know what? Some of these little ladies are right. Don't trust anybody. Now, you folks have a good night. Be safe.